Stop looking at your bank account like it's a scorecard for your soul. You are addicted to the number. You wake up, you check your phone, you check your apps, and you measure your worth in digits that mean absolutely nothing. You are chasing money as if it were a physical object you could capture and cage. You think that if you just work a little harder, if you just pull one more all-nighter, if you just find that one magical side hustle, the universe will open the vault and shower you with gold. You are wrong. You aren't attracting wealth. You are repelling it. You are vibrating with the frequency of lack. You are screaming, "I don't have enough," to the world, and the world is answering you with exactly what you asked for, more of what you don't have. You are running on a hamster wheel of anxiety, dressed up as ambition. You are miserable, you are burnt out, and you are terrified that if you stop for a single second, the illusion will collapse and everyone will see that you are just as lost as the day you started. The influencers, the gurus, the get-rich-quick prophets, they love that you are terrified. They sell you the cure to an illness they created. They sell you the strategy for the chase, knowing full well that the chase is the trap. They want you to stay in the cycle of desperation, because desperate people buy courses, they buy supplements, they buy shortcuts. They buy everything except the one thing they actually need. You don't need a new strategy. You don't need a better algorithm. You don't need a more aggressive sales funnel. You need to stop being a slave to your own desire. You feel the hollow ache, don't you? The one that sits in your chest when you close your laptop at night. The one that whispers, "Is this it? Is this all there is?" You have sacrificed your sleep, your health, your relationships, and your peace of mind, all for a stack of paper that you can't take with you when you die. You are trading your only life for a currency that loses value every single year. You are selling your soul in installments, and you are wondering why you feel like you are going bankrupt on the inside. If you are finally tired of being a pawn in this game, if you are done listening to people who have nothing to offer you but more anxiety, then subscribe right now. This channel is not for the people who want to be coddled. It is for the people who want to build a mind that is actually capable of handling the weight of success. We are going to go deep. We are going to destroy the ego. Hit the button and let's get to work. Now, consider the men who actually understood wealth. I'm talking about the Stoics. Seneca was one of the wealthiest men in Rome. He served as the advisor to the Emperor Nero. He had power. He had prestige. He had gold. But do you know what he said about it? He said that if he lost every single penny of it, he would lose nothing of himself. He practiced poverty. He wore rags. He fasted. He made himself poor on purpose, just to prove to his own mind that his happiness was not tied to his bank balance. Contrast that with you. You are terrified of losing your phone. You are terrified of losing your status. You are terrified of not being seen. Your identity is made of glass. One bad quarter, one market crash, one mistake, and you shatter. The Stoics were made of iron. They weren't wealthy because they chased money. They were wealthy because they had cultivated a mind that could create, manage, and discard wealth without flinching. They understood a secret that modern entrepreneurs will never grasp: money is a tool. It is a preferred indifferent. It is nice to have, sure. It is useful for building things, feeding people, and creating impact. But it is not the source of your worth. It is not the source of your security. Security is internal. Security is the knowledge that no matter what the market does, no matter who hates you, no matter what you lose, you are still the master of your own perspective. You think wealth is something you get. Wealth is something you are. It's a matter of identity. You are currently identifying as a chaser. You are identifying as the hunter who is always hungry, always panting, always looking over his shoulder. That is an identity of scarcity. Scarcity breeds desperation. Desperation breeds bad decisions. Bad decisions breed failure. It is a mathematical certainty. You need to shift your identity to the creator. What does a creator do? A creator looks at the world and asks, what is broken? What needs to be fixed? What value can I bring? A creator isn't looking at the wallet of the customer, the creator is looking at the life of the customer. A creator doesn't focus on the extraction of value, the creator focuses on the provision of value. When you align your actions with the goal of providing genuine, radical value, money stops being a target and starts being a byproduct. It becomes the shadow you cast when you stand in the light of truth and service. You cannot avoid it. If you build something that actually helps people, that actually solves a problem, that actually improves the human condition, you don't have to chase money. The money will hunt you down. It will find you. It will beg to be associated with you. But you have to be worthy of it first. And that is where the alignment comes in. Are you living in accordance with your nature? Are you a person of your word? Are you doing the things you know you should be doing, or are you looking for the loophole? The Stoics knew that character is currency. If you are a liar, people will eventually know it. If you are a cutthroat, people will eventually stab you back. If you are lazy, the universe will eventually stop providing for you. You cannot build a skyscraper on a swamp. If your character is swampy, if it is filled with shortcuts, ego, deceit, and fear, no amount of hustle will hold up the building. It will sink. You need to ruthlessly audit yourself. Look at your business. Look at your life. Is it honest? Are you charging for value, or are you charging for hype? Are you building something that will last, or are you building a pyramid scheme designed to extract cash from the gullible? If you are living a lie, the wealth you attract will be tainted. It will feel like ash in your mouth. It will keep you up at night. That is not wealth. That is a gilded prison. True wealth is the ability to sleep at night, knowing you have given the world your best effort and your purest intention. But let's get practical. How do we build this Stoic mindset of wealth? First, you must master the dichotomy of control. Stop trying to control the economy. Stop trying to control the competition. Stop trying to control the opinion of the public. Focus entirely on the variables within your reach, your work ethic, your integrity, your consistency, and your ability to learn. When you narrow your focus to these things, you become hyper-efficient. You stop wasting energy on the wind and you start focusing entirely on the sail. Second, you must practice premeditatio malorum. Imagine that you lose it all. Truly imagine it. Go into the dark. Feel the fear. And then, ask yourself, would I still be a man? Would I still have my mind? Would I still have my ability to solve problems? The answer is yes. Once you know that you can survive the worst, you lose the frantic desperation that makes you unattractive to opportunity. When you don't need the deal, you become much more likely to get the deal. People are repelled by neediness. They are drawn to strength. Third, you must embrace a more fatty. Love your fate. Love the obstacles. Love the fact that the project failed. Love the fact that the client left. Why? Because that failure was a teacher. It showed you where you were weak. It showed you where your process was broken. The man who hates his failures is doomed to repeat them. The man who loves his failures, who dissects them, who learns from them, that man is unstoppable. He is a machine that converts adversity into data. You are not poor because the system is rigged. You are poor because you have not yet mastered the system of your own mind. You are distracted. You are fragmented. You are weak. You are playing the victim when you should be playing the strategist. Think about the way you spend your time. You say you want to be rich, but you spend 4 hours a day scrolling through social media, watching other people live the life you dream of. You say you want to be wealthy, but you won't invest in your own education. You won't read the books. You won't do the difficult, boring, unglamorous work that actually builds an empire. You want the championship ring, but you hate the practice. That is the modern disease. The desire for the outcome without the desire for the process. The Stoics knew that the process is the goal. If you are a writer, your goal is not to write a bestseller. Your goal is to write the best sentence possible, right now. If you are an entrepreneur, your goal is not to have a billion-dollar company. Your goal is to solve the problem for the person in front of you, right now, with excellence. If you master the process, the outcome will take care of itself. The outcome is not your business. The outcome is the business of the universe. You need to cultivate an impenetrable focus. In a world of infinite distraction, the person who can focus on one thing for an extended period of time is a god. Can you work for 4 hours without checking your phone? Can you read a dense book without needing stimulation? Can you listen to someone without interrupting them? If you cannot control your own attention, you have no business trying to control an empire. Your attention is your primary asset. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. If your attention is scattered on memes, on gossip, on the news, on the fear of what others think, your energy is scattered. You are leaking power. You are effectively walking around with a hole in your pocket, dropping coins everywhere you go. Stop leaking. Start pooling your energy. Direct it toward the few things that actually matter. The few things that move the needle. You don't need to do 100 things to be wealthy. You need to do 3 things, with ruthless, cold-blooded consistency. Do not be afraid of the work. The work is not the enemy. The lack of clarity is the enemy. Many of you are so afraid of failure that you never actually start. You stay in the planning phase. You stay in the research phase. You are hiding behind preparation. Preparation is just procrastination in a suit. You are afraid that if you launch and you fail, your ego will be bruised. Let it be bruised. A bruised ego is a small price to pay for a life of purpose. If you fail, you learn. If you don't start, you stagnate. Stagnation is a slow death. Failure is a quick checkup. Which would you prefer? And understand this, money is not the end-all, be-all. If you become rich and you are still an anxious, greedy, fearful, angry person, you are just a rich version of a miserable person. The money will amplify who you are. If you are a jerk, you will become a rich jerk. If you are generous, you will become a rich, generous person. If you are disciplined, you will become a rich, disciplined person. The money doesn't change you. It reveals you. It strips away the excuses. When you have money, you no longer have the excuse that you can't afford to do the right thing. You no longer have the excuse that you are too stressed to be kind. Money is a magnifying glass. So, stop looking for the magic bullet. Stop looking for the mind hack that will bypass the necessity of being a high-character individual. There is no hack. There is only the long, hard, beautiful road of becoming a person of substance. You are a human being. You are capable of reason. You are capable of virtue. You are capable of self-mastery. Do you have any idea how rare that is? Most people are drifting. They are leaves in the wind. They react to everything. They are emotional wrecks. You can choose. You can choose to stay calm when the deal falls apart. You can choose to be honest when it would be easier to lie. You can choose to work hard when you would rather sleep. That choice is the most valuable thing you own. Do not trade it for a quick buck. Do not trade it for the approval of people you don't even like. When you align your actions with your principles, you become a magnet for opportunity. Because people want to work with people they can trust. People want to buy from people who actually care. When you show up, day after day, with competence, integrity, and calm, you become a beacon. Wealth is just the natural result of a life lived in accordance with nature. Stop chasing. Start becoming. The money is just a side effect. It is the footprint you leave behind. You have the power to define your own reality. You are the architect of your own destiny. You are the captain of your own soul. So, pick up the pen. Start writing the story you want to live. Do not settle for anything less than the truth. Do not compromise your integrity for the sake of speed. Do not fear the struggle, because the struggle is where the gold is refined. Your journey starts the moment you decide that you are no longer a servant to your desires, but a master of your own mind. The noise is dying. The focus is returning. You are ready to stop managing your fear and start owning your existence. Get to work.